The weather here, this is what I'm talking about. It's 67 degrees right now. It is 67 degrees here in Baltimore, Maryland right now. And this is the weather that I like, okay? It is as it gets cooler. I love that brisk, cool morning, right? It did get hot yesterday, somewhat, throughout the day. But when I know we getting these brisk mornings like this, I know that fall is on the way. I love fall, you guys. It is my favorite time of the year. I love pumpkins. I love pumpkin spice. I love the leaves falling on the ground. I love the wind blowing. I love that it starts to get dark a little earlier. I love all of the things about fall, you guys. Everything about fall. I love it. I'm going to see, this year I might end up going to Salem, Massachusetts, because they have a lot of festivals during Halloween season. So I'm trying to see I was supposed to go and take my granddaughters, but my daughter, I told you guys, she broke her leg on that damn motorcycle, so I don't know if she's going to be able to go, but if not, I'm still going, okay? I am still going to Salem, Massachusetts to go to Oktoberfest. But you guys, I am coming to you to talk to you guys. Y'all know I like to talk to y'all on my way to work in the morning. So I came to talk to you guys while I'm on my way to work. So, God, I was trying to monitor everything yesterday. I still haven't gotten a Yellow Beezy update because I haven't gotten a chance to look over there. I'm going to try to look over there today. But I'm glad that I did stay, because I was going to take a break and take a break on Keefe D coverage for yesterday so that I could try to keep up with Yellow Beezy coverage. However, I didn't want to miss anything because yesterday it was revealed in court with Keefe D that Corey Edwards is on the run. Now, you know, I came to you guys and I told y'all Corey Edwards is somewhat of a star witness. Now, I told you there was talk of a confidential, reliable informant, right? I don't know that Corey Edwards is on the witness list. It was revealed that he was on the witness list yesterday. The other person that's also on the witness list is Trayvon Lane. Trayvon Lane is the one who was attacked at the mall. He was the one that was attacked during the mall incident. So he is also on the witness list. That was revealed yesterday when the prosecutors was speaking to the judge about this issue with Corey Edwards. But you guys, Corey Edwards is on the run. He is on the run. Corey Edwards does not want to come and testify. And so how is that going to impact the prosecutor's case? They have been looking for him to arrest him. We have another potential Lil Woody situation. We thought that Keefe D was Lil Woody, okay? But now we have another Lil Woody. Lil Woody's is just all over the place, and they was Little Woody, and before Lil Woody was even came out of the Little Woomy. This is crazy, right? So, Corey Edwards is missing. He's on the run. They're trying to hunt him down to come in and testify. They are saying that potentially that they are going to have to put him under arrest in order to bring him in to testify. Now, this is my thing. Let me tell y'all something. I know we were hard on D.A. Love, and what was our other girl name that was on that case? I know we were hard on them for how they was locking them YSL members up because they wouldn't testify. But y'all, this shows exactly why they were locking them up, because they was trying to avoid coming to testify. So, look, now I'm just waiting to see if anybody from our adjacent trial over across the street at the Lil Durk trial, will they do the same thing? Are we going to have some witnesses that's going to try to escape? Now, I don't think those witnesses are going to be able to escape, because the crimes those witnesses committed, they in jail, okay? They didn't negotiate no plea deal that was going to get them out of jail. It was no way with them type of crimes they committed that they was going to negotiate a deal that was going to get them out of jail. So they in jail. So I think we might be safe as far as making sure they make it to the stand. Now, what they say when they get on that stand, I don't know. They might be finessing the government as well. Okay, we don't know yet. But so far, Corey Edwards is missing. They are trying to find him, and I am curious as to how that will put a monkey wrench in the prosecution's case, right? So the other thing that happened yesterday during the testimony on the Keefe trial is that the mention of the Monte Carlo receipt. And you guys, let me tell you something. I thought I had messed up because when Keefe D was talking to Special Agent Wade Lee, he mentioned that he stayed, him and Carla and Rashima and Baby Lane stayed at the Excalibur while in Vegas, right? This is what he said. They went back to their room at the Excalibur in Vegas. I don't recall in that 98 interview anything ever being mentioned about the Monte Carlo, but I knew that there was a mention of the Monte Carlo, right? And I knew that when they said that they got the receipt, that it was a receipt from the Monte Carlo, but it did not have Keefe D's name on it. And so when he told Special Agent Wade Lee that it was the Excalibur, I'm thinking, oh, well, maybe it was an Excalibur receipt and not a Monte Carlo receipt. No, you guys, I was absolutely right. The receipt was a Monte Carlo casino receipt. And this is where it is alleged that Keefe D stayed when he was in Las Vegas. And yes, his name was not on the receipt. But you want to know why it was important for them to locate that receipt? Because somebody else's name was on it. And the name that is on the receipt is none other than his wife, who was his girlfriend at the time, Carla. Carla's name is on the Monte Carlo receipt. And so that is why they wanted to find that receipt. This receipt almost guarantees that Keefe D was in Las Vegas. Now, it is said that Carla is supposed to get on the stand, right? Carla is supposed to get on the stand to testify. She is going to be forced to confirm this receipt. I am certain. I wonder what Carla is going to say and what she's going to do. Okay? This is going to be interesting. Now, I know a lot of people are still saying, okay, there are so many ways, whether or not it's constitutional violations or all of these things that could end up getting Keefe D off. And I would agree. I would not disagree that there are ways to get Keefe D off for this crime. What I am trying to come to a conclusion is, did he do it? And it is the same thing that I am trying to look at when I'm looking at the adjacent trial across the street with Lil Durk. Did Lil Durk do it? And so last night, Armand, I thought he did a great live last night, because he basically called everybody to task to say, listen, we got to stop acting like we don't know that these people did this shit. Okay? We got to stop. That's not the purpose of us watching this trial. It's some instances, you know, the people did it. Like, people need to, you don't have to want somebody to get off. I think you are a more honest person if you just say you just want them off. It's dishonest and disingenuous to say that somebody is innocent of something and you know damn well they ain't innocent. I'm just sorry, and that's just my opinion, right? You know damn well that all of the evidence points towards that they had some hand, that they did it, that they was involved, whatever. And that even if you think other people were involved, when it comes to their part of the crime that they're being charged with, that's what you're supposed to be taking a look at, and that's how you're supposed to be making your determination. Not making a determination based off of whether or not other people did something too. Right? You looking at, okay, well, they need to go get them, but, you know, did they do it? Did they do it? That's the question. And so Armand sat in that courtroom and said, listen, based off of all of the things that we've seen in the Lil Durk trial, hold on, you guys, I got to order my breakfast, okay? Okay, you guys, give me 1 second. Let me pay for my breakfast. But what our mom was saying was is that we gotta stop getting on here and saying, "Oh, these people didn't do nothing."
Hello.
Hold on.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic as always.
Okay.
Yeah, the total was 9.39.
Okay. And nothing. I have 39 cents, so you don't have to give me any change.
Hey, help me out.
35, 40.
Thank you
Yep.
very
Mhm.
much. And of course, still waiting for you to start.
Okay.
So $11, and I'll leave it at that. 'Cause we're gonna
Okay.
pay.
Yeah, y'all need to pay. Yeah, that's.
This is the everything bacon. So
All right. Thank you.
my personal new favorite.
Oh, you love this one? Okay,
Which
yeah.
one
This is
is
my
it?
first time trying this one. So when I saw that, I said, let me try that one first.
Let me tell you something. It won't be your last.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good day.
You have a better one.
Um. Okay, you guys. So, um, I'm trying to get out this parking lot. So give me 1 second because it's weird how you get out of this parking lot. Okay, so what our mom was saying is that y'all, we gotta stop like acting like, oh, the person didn't do it, they setting him up, he wasn't involved in it, he didn't know nothing about it, all of these people were doing this and orchestrating all of these things without his knowledge. You know, we make them such geniuses when it comes to that craft, but then we make them so stupid and dumb when it comes to knowing what's going on in their life. Like, I think it's the most craziest, absurd thing for people not to be able to connect the fact. And I'm sorry, I have to say this because this is just what I believe. I think it's the most craziest, absurd thing for people not to connect the fact that Susan Loggins was the lawyer that they sent them to in order to negotiate the NDAs. That wasn't just no situation. That was a set up situation. That was a business setup situation. Like, if something happens and we need to keep them quiet, send them over to Susan Loggins because she knows what to do. That was, I mean, to insinuate that Kels didn't know anything about that. Like, I just think that that's just so weird for people to, like, make it so that, oh, he didn't know anything about this, he didn't know anything about that. Like, it's crazy. That's just, to me, it's crazy for anybody to say that. And so I think that it is just weird for people to look at what you have to ask your question. What would be the reason that Keefe D would be lying about whether he was in Las Vegas or not now? Because he didn't finally got caught and gonna be accountable for the crime. That's why he's trying to say they can't place me in Vegas. The bad part is they have placed you in Vegas, nigga. They have placed you in Vegas now. Now what? And so when you make up these excuses of what they cannot prove, and then they prove it, you make yourself look even more guilty, to me, in my opinion, because what would be the reason for lying? You didn't lie and say you wasn't there the night that Biggie was shot. You didn't lie about that. So why are you lying about whether or not you went in Vegas now after you done told every law enforcement agency while you were in there snitching that you were in Vegas? When you were in there snitching, telling all the business, it was okay for you to tell them that you was in Vegas. But now that you're on trial, oh, now all of a sudden you wasn't in Vegas at all. So, listen, they had proof, dude, that you was in Vegas. They got that. I'm going to tell you that. Because now they got your girlfriend. And we know damn well, now she's your wife. But we know damn well you did not send her to Vegas and you wasn't with her. We know that you did not send Carla to Vegas the week of the Mike Tyson fight and you were not there. Okay? So, and we find the receipt in your house. Why do you even still have that receipt, sir? I don't have no receipt from no nothing that I ever went to in my entire life. Not one from no wedding receipts, no. Well, I don't want them. They in the trash. Throw the shit the fuck away. I don't have none of that kind of shit. Why do you still have the receipt from the hotel the night that Tupac was unalive, along with a whole bunch of newspaper clippings You got Greg Caden's book. I mean, none of this is a crime, but it all together, it makes me say, why do you have all of this shit? Are you keeping these things as relics, as trophies for what you did? Are you keeping these things so that you can confirm to people that, yes, I was the one who did this? Because maybe that hotel receipt is something that he's showing people. I don't even know how that law enforcement came about knowing about this receipt. I really don't. But maybe they knew about this receipt existing because maybe some of the people who you've interviewed with, maybe you showed them this as part of proof of that you were there the night. So they knew to get this information from you, and they knew somewhere you had this receipt because they know it's a receipt that you didn't show people to say you were in Las Vegas. So you guys, I don't know. It just looks crazy. But I agree 100% with Armand's commentary last night when he said we have to. It's one thing to say, can the prosecution, can the government, can the state prove their case? That's one thing. Can they prove their case? That's one question. But for us to look at some of these situations and blatantly act and deny and act like these people are guilty, and more importantly, act like they innocent, I think it is just so just crazy. It kind of is a reflection on character, in my opinion, because you are looking at the shit right in front of your face. What we are looking at when it comes to Lil Durk, I don't care what nobody say. I don't even need to see no more of the evidence. I didn't need to see the evidence in the beginning. He helped to coordinate that situation. I am sorry. And then now that we haven't even seen all of the text messages, all of the conversations. But from what I was able to hear from the messages from yesterday, and thank God Sylvia is getting the transcripts last night. She read opening statements, up to opening statements in the trial. So go over there, like, share, subscribe, and support her channel. Okay. But what they discovered from messages back and forth last night, how the need to conceal their messaging back and forth surrounding all of this. Hey, Just Be Boo Boo. All of this, let me know. Durk helped coordinate this. Now, will they be able to prove it? Will Brian still throw some kind of monkey wrench in this? I don't know. And this is the thing. There is a difference between us being able to look at the Keefe D jury because we have some insight based off of some of the questions that they asked. And then Lil Durk's jury, we kind of don't have that. But I think it's possible that Lil Durk could end up having a harder time because because of where he's standing in trial. Where he is standing in trial over there in California, there may be a more sophisticated jury. I don't know what's going on with this Las Vegas jury, but apparently there are some people on this jury, they cannot, they don't know who to ask what. They are asking the wrong people some of the right questions. And I'm concerned that they are interpreting that if these people that they're asking the question to don't know how to properly answer the question, that means that there's something wrong with the investigation. No, you're just asking it to the wrong person. You say, it's so hard for me to see Durk for what he is. Those big baby doll eyes he has me in denial. I think that's everybody. And this is the thing. But while people are saying this, Just Be, let me say this real quick about the Keefe D jury. With the Keefe D jury, right? I think that they are having a hard time understanding who was responsible for what, who they should be asking what, and I think some of that is their own because we do know that they've been listening to some of these conspiracies on social media, but some of it also is because of the way saying it. I don't know how you say his name, if you pronounce the F or just the T, but Keefe D's lawyer. And some of it has to do with the way he's asking the questions, right? He's asking questions where he's not sure who he should be asking. And I think that when they can't answer that, this jury is interpreting it as that, oh, well, means that they didn't do something. No, you're asking the wrong person the wrong question. Like, Keefe D's lawyer cannot even put in proper place who was responsible for what in the investigation and who was responsible for what during the time of the documentary. He is having difficult times understanding and keeping up with this. But I think it's translating to the jury in a way where this might work in Keefe D's favor. The fact that he's able, I don't know if it's something, and this is something that somebody that is more nuanced in the law can tell me, but I don't know if there's some objections or something that the government should be, that the state should be, putting in or something to stop the way that he's questioning, because it is clear that Keefe D's lawyer is not familiar with what role these witnesses played, and it's confusing the jury. And to me, that is going to work in Keefe D's favor. I'm sorry, you said I think Keefe D's lawyer lets him speak and cut up in court so that the jury can see he's crazy. Yes, yeah, and then, but like I said, even the way that his lawyer is unfamiliar with the witnesses that are coming on the stand and not understanding what their role is in the investigation, and some of the questions he's asking them that they can't answer because that's not their responsibility. They were not responsible for that part. It's translating over to that jury like, oh, well, the people just don't know and they just pass a buck, or they didn't just look into it, and you can tell by the way the jury is asking the questions that that's what they think. And so I think that Keefe D has a good chance with this jury of getting off. I'm just saying. But when we look at what we're seeing out here, we know Keefe D did this shit. I'm sorry. Now, who was behind him in coordination, that remains to be seen. But Keefe D, he was in the car that night. He was a part of this crime. He would not be trying to talk about he wasn't even in Las Vegas if he wasn't a part of this damn crime. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. That's just how I feel. And so when it comes to Dirk, you say yes, but his lawyer is doing that intentionally. He just needs to make certain. That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking maybe you think it's intentional, Just V, or you think it's really he's confused? Because it's clear this lawyer done been listening to some of this social media shit. And then while Choke was up on his channel talking about that, the lawyer asked Choke to come testify. I told you he listened to some of this shit Choke told him. I'm telling you. This lawyer listening to some of this shit that Choke told them. But what was it I was getting ready to say really quick about the Dirk situation? I forgot. So this is what I wanted to say. You said Keefe D telling on you next. Yeah, exactly. He gonna make something up. One person. He gonna make me in control of Glencoe. I'm gonna be in control of Glencoe. I was in control of the drug trade on Glencoe in a minute. You said yes. I think it's intentional. He wants to make certain points even if from the wrong person. Okay, maybe so. Because it's working on this jury. So you might be right. Just V. But tell me, why do he want Choke to come testify? Why is that? What is Choke said that the lawyer want him to come testify? Tell me, why is that? Okay, and I'm gonna try to stay in here long enough to see you respond. But look, so with Dirk, right? Everybody keeps talking about, well, it's conceivable that he would want to get revenge on due to the situation with Vaughn and everything, right? And this is the reason why a lot of people want him out. Well, I'm sorry to say this, but all of them was killers. So it's like you have a sympathy for him wanting to get revenge that another killer was killed. I understand that's his friend. I understand the concept and what people are saying. But don't make King Von no saint now. That's all I'm saying. Don't make King Von no saint. That's all I'm saying. Like, you cannot do that. You cannot make King Von a saint in this situation. So, you guys, I am at my destination. I will talk to you guys later on this evening. Just V, hopefully, I see you making trouble. I think I was looking at AV's chat, and I seen you over there, girl, and that daggone chat over on AV channel. But I will come. You said, I don't believe anything Choke said. Well, hopefully not. Hopefully he did not ask Choke to come do that. But why would Choke say that? Now, you know Choke been talking to the man. We seen him up on the channel, Just V. So we can't say for sure. Listen, what we think might make sense that he's doing to confuse the jury might not necessarily be making sense to confuse the Maybe it's more along the lines of what I'm saying, that maybe this is the stuff you said. You do what you got to do. Okay, girl. Well, I listen. Thank you for coming in this morning. I will talk to you guys. I just made this my destination. Let me get in here. I got a few meetings today, and I will come and talk to you guys as I consume information. This is a lot of information to consume, so I'm trying to just make sure I listen so that I can not miss any of the key details. But you guys, right now, Corey Edwards is on the run. They looking for him. They should have went and locked his ass up like they did Lil Woody. You know, when they realized that he was being somewhat resistant, but they didn't, and now his ass is on the run. So will this cause an issue for the prosecution's case now that Corey Edwards in his 2006 interview? Is there another way for them to get that interview in without him taking a stand? We gotta wait and see. Exactly, that's what I'm saying, Jesse. They're all killing each other, so you can't have more sympathy for one than you do the other. I'm sorry. You cannot have more sympathy for one than the other. They are all killing. And it seems like people have way more sympathy for Dirk because they looking at, okay, well, his actions were in line with what happened to King Von. Okay, but what about all the havoc that King Von caused while he was here? I mean, I don't know. I can't reconcile none of that. To me, all of them is equally, they all guilty. If it was up to me, all of them would be in the jail. You said, I don't understand this gang stuff. Right. Listen, me either. But I will talk to you soon. Love you guys.